So for those of you who didn't see my video explaining what the Amazon Associates program is and how it's going to work with this channel, let me do a brief recap on that for a moment. So Amazon has created a program called the Amazon Associates program that helps YouTube creators such as myself in a way to monetize our channel. Because as you probably know, YouTube has become stricter and stricter about what they want to monetize on YouTube for their platform. It's becoming very hard for YouTube creators to make money from their videos the way they used to, or to grow their channels with income the way that they used to. The reason why is they're saying it's not advertiser friendly. Point in case, when you report the subjects that mainstream media doesn't talk about, it's not advertiser friendly. So they won't monetize your videos. So if you do shopping on Amazon, if you make purchases, you go to the link below, you click on it, it takes you to Amazon just like you normally would go to Amazon. You can then search for whatever product it is you wanted to buy, and by making that purchase after clicking on the link, this channel will get a commission of that sale. And it is a great way to help support this channel and help us spread our message and grow this channel so that we can reach more and more people out there. So we thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoy the video. So The Hill just released a nice little piece on their website. Tulsi Gabbard's lawyers and attorneys have now sent out a letter to Hillary Clinton and her staff demanding she retract her, quote, defamatory, end quote, comments towards Tulsi Gabbard, implying she was a Russian agent, Russian asset, being groomed by the Russians, all the things that we've been talking about on this channel within the last week to 2 weeks, and that you've heard probably all over other YouTube channels or the mainstream media for the last God knows how long. So that being said, let's take a look at what The Hill put up on this piece about Tulsi's attorneys. Okay. Lawyers representing Representative Tulsi Gabbard from Hawaii on Monday called on Hillary Clinton to retract her comments alleging that the 2020 presidential candidate was a favorite candidate of the Russians, accusing the 2016 Democratic nominee of defamation. Quote, "Your statement is defamatory and we demand that you retract it immediately," end quote. Gabbard's lawyer wrote in a letter demanding that Clinton verbally retract the comments and post the retraction on Twitter. Clinton's spokesman declined to comment on the letter. Clinton made the remarks last month on the Campaign HQ podcast. Quote, "She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far," end quote. Clinton said without referring to Gabbard by name. Clinton also said, quote, "They," end quote, "are grooming Gabbard to run as a third-party candidate against the eventual Democratic nominee." A Clinton spokesperson later said the former Secretary of State had been referring to the Republicans with the grooming content. Quote, "It appears that you may now be claiming that this statement is about Republicans, not Russians, grooming Gabbard," end quote, Gabbard's lawyer wrote in the letter. Quote, "But this makes no sense in light of what you actually said after you made the statement linking Congresswoman Gabbard to the Russians. You, through your spokesman, doubled down on it with the Russian nesting dolls remark," end quote. Gabbard has consistently denied she is interested in a third-party White House bid. The Congresswoman has faced repeated criticism for some of her foreign policy views, particularly about American military involvement in Syria. So, the battle continues. Do I actually think that Hillary Clinton or her team or anyone close to Hillary Clinton is going to release some sort of a retraction about Hillary's comments? No. No. I would be very surprised if I saw that happen. But again, let's just remember, what is all this about? What has pissed in Hillary Clinton's cornflakes in regards to Tulsi Gabbard? Quite simply, and it's not just because Tulsi Gabbard is an outsider. It's not just because she's actually running for the people. Even though I do think Hillary is threatened by some of these outsiders, it's not just Hillary, but her whole ilk, these corporatist Democrats, are threatened by people like Bernie or Tulsi, even Andrew Yang. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, what it simply comes down to is that Hillary Clinton did not get her ass kissed by Tulsi Gabbard in the 2016 election cycle in the primaries. Because when the entire DNC was on their hands and knees bowing down to Hillary Clinton, Tulsi Gabbard had a spot in the DNC. She was an uprising star in the DNC. But by having that position, she then saw what sort of screwy tactics the DNC were doing to try to hand the nomination over to Hillary Clinton and not give anyone, Bernie Sanders included, a chance. That's why they let only a couple of no-name people run, and then Bernie Sanders as well. So I'm assuming the reason that they kind of even let Bernie in was the fact that Bernie may not have, that they didn't think he would do very well or something. But yeah, pretty much no one ran, and Bernie was the only one who had a fighting chance. So then, when they realized he was coming on strong, they used the entire DNC machine to back Hillary Clinton, and Tulsi didn't like it, so she stepped down from her position. She stood up for her morals, she stood up for what she believed in, and she stepped down from it so she could support Bernie Sanders. Pure and simple. And Hillary Clinton looked at that as a slap across her face, and Hillary Clinton, a lot of people say Donald Trump is a child, but Hillary Clinton has just as big of an ego and a childish, I've got to be in charge, I'm the power, I'm the boss mentality as Donald Trump ever has. People were saying that they were afraid about him having his finger on the nuclear button. You should have been just as concerned about Hillary Clinton. Okay? Hillary Clinton, while some people say Trump could be more explosive to do things at the spur of the moment, perhaps, true, I'll give you that. Maybe he's got the wild card factor about him. But Hillary Clinton is just as childish, just as immature, and just as power hungry as anyone has ever accused Donald Trump of being. Okay? She is that bad. Go back and read the stories about some of the fights her and Bill supposedly had back during their time in the White House. Okay? You've got Secret Service agents that have talked about how, that they would get into these bad fights. She'd be throwing crap at him, right? Okay? Go back and read the stories about how they tried to take things from the White House, furniture and upholstery-wise or whatever, that she wanted that they were not allowed to take from the White House. But because she wanted them, she thought she was going to take them anyway. This is the woman that we're talking about here. So when someone stands up to her, she doesn't like it, and she's going to try to run your name into the mud. Keep another thing in mind. Everyone gave Donald Trump a crap about the whole birther issue. Who was bringing that up in the 2008 Democratic primaries? Who started raising those questions about Barack Obama's citizenship? Hillary Clinton. And why did she do it? As a way to try to bury Obama so she would get the nomination. She is a dirty woman, and she plays dirty. And she has no problem trying to defame anyone if she thinks that it's going to help her out or make her look better or make you look worse. And by making you look worse, then she makes herself look better. That's her whole mentality. And it's going to keep happening. So again, I'll be very surprised if she does retract this statement. But thank God there are people out there like Tulsi Gabbard who are not afraid to stand up to this evil witch. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Independent Report. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and like the video. Also, if you have any questions or comments that you'd like to ask or topics you'd like us to cover, please drop a comment in the comment box below. And also, please subscribe to the channel, and if you do subscribe, ring that bell so you'll stay up to date when we drop new videos and you'll get notifications of it. And also, please support us on Patreon. Funds are going to be used to grow and improve this channel so we can reach more and more people and spread the message that the mainstream media doesn't want to tell people. We hope you'll tune in next time.